Market Killer Zomento, it is your boy, the one and only Offensa Mokorosi, otherwise known as Market Killer himself, and welcome to the first episode of Market Analysis, where we're going to be looking at a few pairs and see what opportunities we can spot ahead of the new week. And in this specific video, I'm going to be focusing only on three pairs, which is gold, Nasdaq, and US 30. So I hope you guys are ready and excited, and you know what they say: new week, new opportunities. Let us get straight to work. Yes, sir. Right, so the first thing that you need to do when you approach the market is to be up to date when it comes to fundamentals. You need to know when are your fundamentals, what fundamentals you have on that specific day, and what time those fundamentals are going to be released, because those fundamentals tend to have a heavy impact on the market. That's why most of you guys experience losses, because you are not up to date when it comes to fundamentals. So make sure that you analyze and check the fundamentals that you have. And looking at this new week, oh boy, it looks like a money week. So make sure that you're up to date when it comes to fundamentals in order to avoid any unnecessary losses. And today is currently the 14th of July, which is on a Sunday. So there's obviously no fundamentals because the market is closed. But as we're heading on to the new week, we do have a few fundamentals, starting off our Monday with two fundamentals, which is the Empire State Manufacturing Index, which is at 2:30, and we do have the FED chair poll speaks, which is at 6 o'clock. So around those times, we should be expecting heavy volatility in the market. And what I like about fundamental is that they give you an idea of when to enter and when to exit your trades. So make sure that around those times you should be making money. Between the 2:30 and 6 o'clock, those are the times that you should be making money, because that is when the market will be moving. And now moving on to Tuesday, we do have a CPI for CAD, and we're definitely going to be making money. And yeah, man, we do have a few fundamentals, which is the trimmed CPI, which is still the same thing as the CPI, and we do have a few fundamentals for the USD, which is the core retails and the retail sales. And heading on to Wednesday, we do have the CPI for the GBP, which I don't think I will be trading. But then moving on to Thursday, we do have these two fundamentals. Looking ahead to that unemployment claims, we will definitely be there. And on a Friday, we do have a few fundamentals on GBP and CAD, which is the retail sales on the GBP and the core retail sales on CAD. So those are the fundamentals that we should be expecting for the new week. But enough with the fundamentals. Now let us get straight onto the charts. Thank you. Right, so starting off with gold, man. Gold, it was definitely a beautiful week. As you guys can clearly see, we've been chopping gold left, right, and center. It was nothing personal, man. It was nothing personal. We made a whole lot of money trading these setups right here. And yeah, man, it was definitely a beautiful week to be trading gold. And I'm going to show you guys how we got these setups, even though it's pretty obvious. As you guys can clearly see, we did have a nice pattern right there, which is called the inverse heads and shoulders, and that is why you see gold was buying, man. That's why gold has been buying hectic, because we did experience a pattern. You need to understand that once the market creates a pattern, it is going to respect that pattern, and it is going to make sure that, hey, I respect this pattern. That is gold, man. You need to know gold. You see, once you trade gold, you need to have a connection. You need to talk to gold, man, because this one, it's either you make money or you blow when it comes to gold. But gold, yeah, man, it was definitely a beautiful week. And I'm gonna erase everything right here and show you guys how we caught those setups, and also show you what to expect for the new week. So let me clear everything up and let us reanalyze gold. Right, so the first thing that you need to do when you analyze the market is to identify your zones. Now, zones are levels where the market touched multiple times and then it gave us a reversal. So currently looking at gold, we can clearly see that we do have this zone right there, where the market touched not only once but twice, and we are currently experiencing a third touch right there. So this is going to be our zone, which is also going to act as our highest point, and we also have a zone right there which is going to act as our lowest point. As you guys can clearly see, the market touched that zone, it came to the zone, it bought, and it also came to this zone right here. We do have a nice zone where the market touched. It created some type of a double bottom, and then it gave us those buying opportunities. So that is our first zone. Our second zone, our third zone is right there, and we do have another zone which can be right there. And yeah, man, so that is the first step that you need to do when you analyze the market, is to do what? Is to identify your zones. And zones are areas where the market touched multiple times. And also note that the zones, we only identify them on a higher time frame. It doesn't matter whether it's the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, or the monthly time frame. Zones, we only identify them on a higher time frame. And I would suggest you guys to start identifying your zones on a daily time frame, because that is what I use. But it doesn't matter. Zones, we apply them on a higher time frame. So step 2 after identifying zones is to identify the type of trend that we're in. It doesn't matter whether it's an uptrend, a downtrend, or consolidation. We need to identify our trend, and we identify my trend by going on to the 4-hour time frame. So currently looking at the 4-hour time frame, we can clearly see that the market has been buying. Gold has been buying, and we do have some nice price action movement, where we had a nice impulse right there. We had a correction. We experienced an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, and we might expect an impulse heading to the upside, but that is unlikely. I do think that gold might drop this week, but let us identify our structure. So looking at the structure, I can clearly see that we do have a nice uptrend right there. We do have a nice uptrend with some nice price action movements. I did also teach you guys about price action. If you don't know, I did drop a video. The link is somewhere above right there, but you can check it out and see how to identify price action and how price works. So looking at gold, man, we are in an uptrend. As you guys can clearly see, we did also have a nice pattern right there, which is an inverse heads and shoulders. You see, once the market created this pattern right there, most people were eating. Most people, including me, don't count me out. We definitely did chop gold with this movement right there, and that is how I caught my trades, man. I saw that the market gave us a nice inverse heads and shoulders, and I took my bias right there. It was somewhere right there, and my take profit was there. My stop loss was below, and that is how I caught my buys on gold. And yeah, man, it was definitely a beautiful move. It was easy money. You see, once you understand the basics, man, you can definitely make a whole lot of money. But yeah, man, gold, we did chop it. And yeah, man, for the new week, I do think gold might drop, as we are currently on this zone right there, and we are currently experiencing a third touch on this zone. So you need to watch out for that. But yeah, man, we might also create a double top on gold, as you guys can clearly see right there. Oops. We might create a double top right there, and I might also identify this level right there as my higher high, as the market has been creating some nice price action movement. We had a higher low, we had a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and yeah, man, the market came to retest. We might continue with those buys, but look at that candlestick, man. Look at that candlestick. There's a possibility that we might create a double top right there. And you need to know that once the market creates a double top, once the market creates a pattern inside that trend, it might be broken. And currently we are in an uptrend, and the market might create a double top right there. So we might get a nice breakout, a retest on our neckline, and the market might continue with those selling opportunities heading to the downside. But the market isn't just going to sell like boom. No, it needs to create it's price action. You might get an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, and an impulse heading to the downside. You might scale in with more entries right there, and also right there until our 90% rule, which is right there. So for gold, we might be expecting those selling opportunities. And after identifying our trend, what I have in my trading journal is something called CEST. You see, CEST has helped me out a lot when it comes to the market, because C means conditions. You look for the conditions in the market. E means you look for entries. S means you look for your stop loss. T means you look for your target. So after identifying our conditions, you can clearly see that the conditions is that the market is in an uptrend. So now we need to be looking for for entries. We can take those selling opportunities right there, but the best place to take your selling opportunities is after the market breaks our trend right there and gives us a nice retest, and we can take those selling opportunities heading to the downside with that price action movement. But yeah, man, we'll see how the market goes. But the best way you can enter the selling opportunities is after the breakout on the trend, because it will confirm that the market is now creating a trend, what you call this? It's a trend exhaustion, or I don't know what you guys call it, but it's called a trend change, meaning that the trend is changing. We've been in an uptrend, and now the market is doing what is going to create a downtrend heading to the downside. So that is the possibility that I'm looking at on gold. But we might also create a correction right there, a correction in between the support and resistance, and we might get a breakout, a retest, and continue with those buying opportunities. You need to know that Forex is a game of probabilities. You need to identify probabilities that are likely to happen in the market. So you need to be up to date. That is why I'm saying the best place for you to enter those selling opportunities is after breakout and retest right there. And then we can take those selling opportunities. Or if the market wants to continue with those buys, we can take those buys after the market gives us a nice breakout, a retest, and then it can continue with those buys. So gold, man, that is what I'm looking at. And we also do have fundamentals. So yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be a beautiful week on gold. But then I will update you guys later on if I do have any changes for gold. But then let us move on to the next setup. We are now on Nasdaq, guys, and Nasdaq has been buying, guys. Nasdaq has been buying, and judging from experience, man, I don't think it's going to be stopping anytime soon. I don't think it's going to be selling anytime soon. And judging by looking at this, man, just by looking at this information, I don't think Nasdaq is going to be selling anytime soon. As you guys can please see, man, we do have some nice price action on US30. You see, once you understand how price action works, you're going to be making a whole lot of money in this chart, man. As you guys can please see, we had a nice impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, and an impulse, and a correction right there. And the market did what it came to retest that previous higher low. So we might be expecting those buying opportunities on Nasdaq. I don't think Nasdaq is going to be selling anytime soon. So now let us identify our zones. So there's our highest zone right there, and this can be our lowest zone right there. So we do have this zone right here. We do have our higher high, which is right there, which can act as our zone, and we do have this higher low right there, which can act as our zone, and we do have this higher high right there where the market gave us a nice retest. And I don't think the market is going to be selling anytime soon. I don't think the market is going to be selling anytime soon, as you guys can clearly see. And if you can zoom out on Nasdaq and look at the outer structure, we can clearly see that the market has been buying, and it has been buying with some nice price action. If you guys can look closely, we do have an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, and we're currently expecting an impulse heading to the upside. So Nasdaq, I don't think it's going to be selling soon. And yeah, man, I don't think it's going to be selling soon. If you trade Nasdaq, then you should be expecting buying opportunities, man. That is what I see on Nasdaq. You should be expecting buying opportunities. So now, looking at this on a daily time frame, I can clearly see that we have a nice structure right here. We do have a nice trend. Let me just copy this. We do have a nice uptrend, and I don't think the Nasdaq is going to sell anytime soon, guys. Like, being honest with you guys, we're still looking for those buying opportunities, not unless we do break this trend right there. And if we do break it, we should expect a retest, and after that retest we can take those selling opportunities. But for now, Nasdaq, we are still looking for those buying opportunities heading to the upside. But let me switch on to a lower time frame and see what we got, man. Let me switch on to a lower time frame, onto the 4-hour. So yeah, we can clearly see we do also have some nice price action movement right there. We had some nice impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction right there. But the market did what it came for, a retest right there on our previous higher low right there. So yeah, man, Nasdaq, I'm still anticipating those buying opportunities. Not unless we do get a breakout on this trend and a retest, and then we can continue with those selling opportunities. But as long as we are in this trend, you should be looking forward for buying opportunities. It's as simple as that. Once the market gives us an impulse, we wait for the market to give us a correction. After that correction, we enter with those buying opportunities heading to the upside, meaning we are expecting an impulse heading to the upside. But Nasdaq, man, it's simple. This one is simple. I don't even have to go into depth with it. We do have some nice movements, man. On Nasdaq, we do have some nice movements. So yeah, man, what I think is that the market might continue with those buying opportunities, might get a breakout, a retest, and the market can continue with those buying opportunities heading to the upside. But we'll see, man. But Nasdaq, the overall direction is bullish. Overall direction, you're looking for buying opportunities when it comes to Nasdaq. And I don't have some proper entries for Nasdaq, but yeah, man, we do have some proper entries for gold, and we might also have some proper entries for US30. But for Nasdaq, the direction is bullish. But for now, we don't have any proper entries, but I will update you guys later on if I do have any proper entries on Nasdaq. But for now, direction bullish, entry we have no entry for now. But then yeah, man, let us move on to the next pair, which is US30. Right, and we are now on US30. I'm not even going to remove any setup because of the setup right here looks valid. It is valid. I did double check before I record this video. But US30, we do have a valid setup right there, similar to gold, where we have our current trend, which is an uptrend right there. As you guys can clearly see, we had an impulse, a correction, and impulse right there. But for US30, I'm also expecting those selling opportunities, just like gold. I'm also expecting for the market to do what? To create a double top right there. And after giving us the double top, we can enter those selling opportunities right there. If we do see signs of reversals, we can enter those selling opportunities right there. And then we might get a breakout, a retest, and then we can continue with those selling opportunities until our 90%. Which is right there. There's our 90% right there. We can take those selling opportunities right there. So US30 is similar to gold, and the reason why I'm confident with those selling opportunities is because once you look at the outer structure, we can clearly see that US30 is currently on our trend line, and it even rejected on our trend line. As you guys can clearly see, we do have this nice trend line right there, where we have a nice first touch. This can be our first touch. This is our second touch, and we're currently experiencing a third touch right there on US30. So I'm expecting for the market to do what? To continue with those selling opportunities heading to the upside, but you must also look out for this trend line right there. But for US30, I'm also looking for those selling opportunities, and I'm also confident that we might sell because when you look at the higher time frame, let me go on to the daily time frame. Just give me a moment. I have a slow connection this side, guys. It's rough, but yeah, just give me a moment. So US30, if you look on a higher time frame, we can clearly see that we do have a zone right there where the market gave us it gave us a first touch, which is right here. It gave us a second touch, and then it gave us a third touch. So this third touch, it gave us a first touch, it sold. It gave us a second touch, it sold, and we're currently experiencing a third touch. So that is why I'm confident with those selling opportunities on US30. So gold, US30, I'm looking for those selling opportunities. Nasdaq, however, we do have our movement, but we don't have our entry. So we are not going to force. I don't like forcing things, guys. If I see that I don't have any entries, then I step away. I just analyze and see, okay, we do have that movement, but if we don't have an entry, we don't force an entry. But US30 and gold, make sure that you watch out for the new week. I'm looking at some nice opportunities on both those pairs, but Nasdaq I will update you guys later on. But before we end the video, here's a quick video from our sponsors today, which is Exness. That is right, guys. For quality trading experience and faster withdrawals, sign up with Exness. Link is in the description. But now we have reached the end of the video. I hope you guys learned a thing or two about how we do things this side, how we make money this side, and I hope you guys have a successful week. I wish you guys nothing but money for this new week. You know, as I always say, I greet you guys in the name of money.
I greet you all in the name of money. All right?
But anyways, I wish you guys the best for this week. Let us make money. Market Killers Mental signing out.